Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make my chocolate hazelnut stuffed dates. First, you're going to want to get some hazelnuts. These are blanched and peeled hazelnuts. If yours are not, you're going to need to do that yourself. So I'd recommend getting them blanched and peeled. We are going to toast these in a pan for about 5 minutes or so. You can also toast it in the oven. We're going to start with a cup, and then if we need more, we can toast more. In the meantime, we're going to start prepping our dates. I'm using Diglett Noor dates. You can use Medjool dates. Make sure your dates are pitted. If they're not, you're going to have to pit them yourself. We're going to use about 20 dates, depending on how much filling you have, is really how many you're going to use. So basically, we're going to take one, and we are going to, if they're not already pre-sliced, like some of mine are, we're going to slice them down the middle. Try not to cut them all the way through. Then, using whatever vegan hazelnut spread that you have, we're going to use a half a cup, and we're going to dump it in a bowl. When your hazelnuts are done toasting, make sure you let them cool before you try to chop them up. You could do it in a food processor, but I actually prefer to chop it by hand because I like them to be a little bit chunky. After you've roughly chopped up your hazelnuts, we're going to add them to our chocolate hazelnut spread and stir them up until well combined. It will look like the ratios are not good, but trust me, this is what you want. Otherwise, it's just going to be a bunch of chocolate hazelnut spread and barely any hazelnuts. Alright, and this is what we're looking for. Now, using a teaspoon measure, we're going to measure out a spoonful and stuff it inside of our sliced dates. Alright, so I got all 20 dates filled, but I've got a little bit more filling left. So I'm going to grab some more dates, and then I'll let you know how many more I needed to use all this mixture. So altogether, it was 10 dates. So now that these have been stuffed, we're going to pop them in the fridge and let them chill for at least 2 hours. And then after that, you could eat them as they are, but I'm going to take them a step farther, and I'm going to melt some chocolate and drizzle it over the top. Alright, so our dates have been in there for 2 hours. I'm going to melt a cup of chocolate in the microwave. If you don't know how to do that, you do it for like 30-second intervals, stirring in between until it's nice and smooth. Alright, our chocolate is nice and melty. We went ahead and pulled out our dates out of the fridge. Now we're just going to drizzle chocolate on top of each one of these dates. Alright, and there they are. And if you want to be extra fancy, like I know you do, you can sprinkle on some Maldon sea salt. And then we're going to pop these back in the fridge for another hour or so to let the chocolate firm up, and then they'll be ready. And there they are, guys. There is our chocolate hazelnut filled, chocolate covered dates. They are decadent, yet also surprisingly nutritious. I hope you guys give this a try. Enjoy.